period from like March through school starting where I was kind of just stuck in my house for most of it. That was kind of rough, just because can't really see your friends, can't really like go out and do the things you want to do. Summer, like just being like stuck inside for summer was kind of hard.
I get Dairy Queen, and I have a lot of people that just don't want to wear their masks, and then they get mad at us for it, and then I tell them they have to leave, and then they get upset at me more, and it's ridiculous.
But then one day I was just like, I texted a few of my friends and no one was really getting back to me. And I went on like a game or two and it just like was kind of crappy. So I sat there laying in bed staring at my ceiling and I was just like, God dang it. Like I was just like, just mad. I was fine after that, but just like specifically, it was just so frustrating. And I think everyone was feeling that, but it was just like that day specifically, it just hit me so.
There's been a lot of famous people who have passed away. Some of them who, I felt more connected to. For example, just recently, the actor for Boba Fett passed away. And just a bunch of, Ian Holm passed away this year. Those have been really sad for me.
At the beginning of the year when we had it was the cohorts, obviously we need them, but when they did 2 days in a row, which they thought was a good idea because it's like, oh, like you get 2 days of direct feedback, but then you have 5 days for both cohorts of just no instruction at all, and like that really I think suffered because they just didn't have time to interact with teachers.
That everyone tried to maintain normalcy almost, and they almost wouldn't admit that we needed to change different procedures or different ways that things were being done within the system that we followed. I think also not being able to have a specific schedule to rely on was very difficult, especially the way that they kept changing things and kept altering things and didn't really have backup plans that were presented at the very beginning.
I think that 2020 put things into perspective, weirdly enough. Just staying at home and realizing that I can, be solitary for a long time and be okay with that. And then also the fact that, emotional connection matters a lot because we can't physically see each other. When friends would organize meetings and we'd all see each other, maybe not physically, but just kind of being able to bond over this shared traumatizing experience.
It was my birthday actually, and I got called out of school. I got put on quarantine in school, but just because like someone in one of my classes or something, but it was 3 days before my birthday. So I went and I got a COVID test and it came back negative. And that was probably my favorite thing because that meant I was still able to celebrate my 18th birthday with like my friends and everything. So that was like probably my favorite thing because I had a great time.
Right before, the week before we went on school lockdown, we did Mary Poppins, which was a really, really hard show to do. There's a lot of elements, a lot of moving parts. And, we got to perform it, which was really lucky because a lot of high school theaters in Colorado didn't get the chance. A lot of them had to just like shut down their show and not do it like a week or two before they opened, which was really rough. So it was really cool that we got to do our show. And though I'm not really as much of an actor anymore, I kind of used to dabble in it. That was the first Creek show I've acted in. And that was a really rewarding experience to be able to put that show up right before everything, went downhill.
I'd say I was lucky enough to just pretty much from I want to say May till July I was like looking for a job, and I finally found a job at a coffee shop, and I really enjoy it. And so being able to find what I genuinely enjoy even during a pandemic and everything like that was a really like a really good experience for me.
I'd have to say getting my driver's license. That's been pretty cool.
Yeah, I think that's a
That's
lot of.
Yeah, it's been nice to just been able to just drive or not have parents on my side telling me every single thing and freaking out
Yes.
1 mile over the speed.
And everything for Mother's Day, and my mom got me a plant, and then she gave me one of her Legos and stuff like that. It really started like a really great hobby that now I have like upwards of 30 plants and really good ambiance, like really good environment to have.
We were like had no idea what to do. Like there was just no planning. They were just like, you can like please try to do school, but like you can keep your grade. It can only go up. Like that really helped because all of our mental health were so out of whack and we weren't used to it that like it really helped academically, and I was able to focus on classes that I needed more.
Increased work flexibility, especially with remote classes and not having to turn in like an assignment for every class every single day. So like 4 or 5 days of assignments for, 6 or 7 classes. I also really enjoyed the increased awareness of like hygiene and cleanliness or sanitization that the school had. I think that some of the processes could still be improved upon, such as cleaning doors and doorknobs more frequently, because I didn't see that happen at all. But overall, it was nice to see that the school was at least taking some steps to maintain protocol and, follow guidelines.
I got really lucky with my teachers this year. They've all been extremely understanding of everything that's been going on, not just with the world, but my personal life too. And I think that in classes that I have Latin, which I've been in for, this will be my 3rd year. And I think that this experience kind of brought us all a lot closer because we couldn't see everybody. And then for all the rest of my teachers, just their understanding for everything that's going on made me appreciate their work a whole lot more. So
make sure you like just try your best, and even though like things might be crazy right now, just remember that grades don't define you. So you can be a genius and have a D in a class. And coming from someone who failed almost all of freshman year and almost all of sophomore year, I'm still a senior and my grades are great, but just remember that grades don't define you and you'll get through whatever you need to get done.
Cliche as it sounds, I think that it's incredibly important that people don't give up and don't give up hope. Our generation has seen so many improvements with medicine and mental health and just general awareness over both social and health issues. We've also seen lots of different movements come up. We've seen like feminist movements, Black Lives Matter, and other LGBTQIA plus movements that have sprung up to make this world a better place and really increase how well we're living. So I think that promises a lot for
like drink water, get in like every day, like get in a real like outfit and like sit down and do work and make a to-do list. Because something I've noticed is that the days just start to feel the same. You just like roll out of bed like 10 minutes before class and like open up your computer and go. And it doesn't feel real, and it feels very, I don't know, like sluggish and long and boring and just not worth it, I guess. And so getting up and trying to feel like a real person has been really helpful for me this semester for sure.
I guess I would say to just hang in there, and that there's a light at the end of the tunnel. I know that a lot of people have been saying that, but it's true. This is not what life is going to be like for, the rest of our lives. There are going to be ups. We're going to get out of this. And that we just gotta hang in a little bit longer, and things will start to look better. In fact, they already have. So I think that trying to maintain that optimism is really important.
Don't get your expectations too high. You're going to fail at some point or another. So, and one part of life or another. So you have to be prepared to not be perfect at everything or not be really good at everything. I've learned that these past few years that there's going to be some things that I'm really good at, and there's going to be quite a few things I suck at. So you just need to be prepared to accept rejection.
You're doing things for yourself, because at the end of the day, you are like, I mean, just for colleges in general, I know we're not, this is a totally different subject, but like, if you are not being yourself and you're just trying to impress others, like parents or friends or like the colleges, like you're not gonna feel happy and you're not gonna be proud of yourself. Like, my hope is when we get to, like, even as freshmen out there, I think what the goal you want to strive for is, even, I don't know how my graduation is going to look like, but I want to stand there with my diploma and whatever I do, even if it's at home, and when I do like virtual pictures or something, whatever. But when I finish high school next semester, I want to look back and be like, okay, yes, I had some struggles and I had some triumphs, but at the end of the day, I did everything for me, and I do not regret any decisions at all.